Hi friends, happy Sunday. I just made a delicious vanilla latte and I'm going to outline my book today. I'm very excited. We have a lot of work to do, so I might as well just get going. Hello, I figured I'd give a little bit of an overview of what we are going to be doing today because this is an outlining video. And by the time I'm done with this video, I will be ready to start writing, which is kind of crazy. This is it. Next week we're writing. I have my latte that you watch me make. I'm watching Taylor Ann Wright's 24-hour reading challenge video. I'm actually almost done with it. I have like a minute left. So today I have to sit down and make some final decisions. In my character building video, I talk a lot about various things I needed to figure out before I went into outlining, and I have most of it done. I just have to come up with a couple more big points. And then we're gonna make a Spotify playlist and a Pinterest board, which I'm excited about. Get us a little like mood, little vibes going on, and then I'm gonna outline. Okay, my playlist is done. It's quite short, it's only like an hour long. Right now, all I wanna do is get myself into the vibe of the story when I play the playlist. I'll probably get to a point where I will make either specific character playlists or playlists for my different realms or maybe for different parts of the story. But right now, this is just to catch a vibe. And it was fun because as I was going through these songs and listening to some of the lyrics, I was getting some more ideas. And I know the whole point of today is to outline and is to set the story for my book, but I made a couple decisions while I was making this playlist that I'm really excited about. And I've never actually been this excited to outline, I don't think. Once I love all the world building, I do a little bit outlining, but I get more excited to start the book. So then I kind of forego some of the outlining, and I think what I really am going to need is a full outline of this book. I did drink a whole coffee, but I'm tired today, you guys. I'm sleepy, but we're caffeinated. And we're excited. So, let's go. Sorry for the weird lighting and the weird angle. I'm trying to keep my computer out of the really hot sun. You guys are watching me in real time discover that I enjoy outlining. Crazy. I've decided to go with the save the cat method, because why not? If I hate it when I'm writing, I'll change it. I do enjoy the idea of writing a book like a screenplay, so I think just in general that's going to be fun. 3 acts. Each act is going to be 25 to 30,000 words is the goal. For this first draft, who knows if it's going to end up shorter or longer. But it's been fun to go through and plug in my different plot points into this outlining method. I think that's all I have to say. It's just a fun little update. Okay, I have 1,000 words, and I think I have a complete outline. I'm not entirely certain how I'm gonna end it, because there will be a sequel. I have an idea of kind of like the cliffhanger vibes I want to leave it on, but I'm not certain. I think it'll be something that I discover as I write, because it is something that I have to plant seeds for throughout, and I have a couple seeds, but just not enough to feel confident in it. So I will have to play around with that as I keep writing, but everything else is done. I just outlined like 90,000 words of writing, and I'm really excited about it. It's a little different than I anticipated it being. I changed a couple pretty large things, not like big plot devices necessarily, but instead of going one place, they're going to a different one, and I don't want to say anything more, but I'm excited about it. I did end up going with the save the cat method. I tweaked it a little bit, mostly near the end, But the rest of it I stayed pretty true to form. I'll link the blog post I was reading below. I do want to read Save the Cat at some point. I do have it on hold at the library. I'm just waiting for my hold to be available. There are some parts where I could probably dive in a little bit deeper in terms of my outlining, so I might do a little bit more of that later today, or I might save it for when I reach that point, because Act 1 is pretty outlined. Act 2, I have like a solid chunk that is just, they're just kind of hanging out. I mean, they're not hanging out. I have a solid chunk where I have things that they will be doing. I just don't have the order in which it'll happen or what pops up along the way. And I think this is going to be a really good point for me to plug some of my seeds for my ending plot twist. Not even plot twist, cliffhanger, lead into the next book, something like that. One thing I did want to talk about a little bit, a new introduction to my story, is playing around a little bit more with the religion that is in place in these realms. I have already talked about the lore and kind of the creation story, but what we have learned is that this is like kind of a spoiler, but I've already talked about some of it before, so YOLO. What I've decided is that most of the people alive in the kingdoms right now have no idea about the original creation of their realms, and it has actually been kind of buried and destroyed, and they have put kind of a new false god in place. You'll find out who they are. It happened quite some time ago, and so one of the things that's being uncovered is that they are worshiping either a false god, a god that doesn't exist, and maybe an evil deity, not 100% certain, but it has a very large impact on both the ways in which the realms are falling apart and the ways in which they can possibly save them. So that's a fun little thing that I like really dug into a bit more in this. I think it gave a little bit more depth to both the world building and to the general plot and conflict. I think I'm going to check in again right before I start writing, which probably won't be today. It'll probably be tomorrow or Tuesday. My birthday's on Tuesday. So I'll check in right before I start writing to see if anything has changed, to see if I've updated anything. And I will also have some footage from the creation of my mood board that I will make on Pinterest and then likely make into a background for my computer. Happy writing! I wanted to give you guys a super quick scroll through my Pinterest board. I'm really excited about the vibes I've created here. I know I say vibes a lot, specifically in this video, but that's really all I'm trying to do, is get myself familiar with the energy, the sights, the sounds, the smells, anything that I can connect to my book and to my characters and to my world. So I just went through Pinterest and was looking for images that seemed like they would fit well with the kingdoms that I've created, both ones that are just in this book and ones that will likely be in a sequel. And then I played around a little bit with some weaponry that my characters are going to use. I always love a little Pinterest board. Hello, pre-writing Kiara here. I started my prologue last night, so I technically have started in the novel a little bit, but I have a writing group today at 1, and I will be starting my novel. I will be starting from chapter 1, and we're doing it. The TLDR is that I had a really great time outlining. My outline ended up being approximately 1,600 words. I anticipate it getting a little longer as I continue to write in the book, because I will want to go back and either change things as the story changes in the book or maybe add in details that I think of for later. I really enjoyed getting into the details of the book. At some point in this vlog, I said that I hit 1,000 words and I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna be done. And then I wasn't, because I just kept going back, and I would add in personality, I would add in magic, I would add in attitude, I would just add in more details, and I had a lot of fun combining this world that I have been building and this like small, simple outline that I have been going off of with these characters that I have created. This literally is just what outlining is, but I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to be as fun as it was. I think it's just really that the story is about to come to life. and I was starting to get glimpses into that. So yeah, outlining was fun. I did it. I outlined my whole novel. I outlined approximately 90,000 words, and now we're gonna write. So the next video you see from me will be a true writing vlog. It'll probably be sort of a weekly writing vlog. We'll get to see this first week how much writing I can get done while also working. So I'm ready to go. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a like, subscribe if you'd like, and I will see you guys next week.